spconfig dot xml. spconfig dot xml. Now after that, object o is equal to ctx dot getBean of id 4. Whenever we are passing id1 here, we are not getting the services. First one should we need to pass what? id4. Then only we are going to getting the services. Both are including at runtime. Whenever we are passing here ctx dot getBean of id4 like this. Now internally proxy factory bean is going to be generated by the proxy factory bean class is going to be generated by the one more class. What is that class? Proxy class. Proxy class is going to be generated. How it is? Like this: public class proxy test bin. I don't know what is the class name, just I am taking some name. Proxy test bin, then implements test enter. Implements test enter. The next public void m1 before method. It is going to be written like this. Who is going to be written this class? Proxy factory bin. This is the one of the proxy class. Proxy class means duplicate copy. The next, after returning, close the method, close the class. This is what? Proxy class. This is what? Programmer created target class. This is programmer created target class. This is proxy class is going to be generated this class. Right? Proxy class is going to be generated this class. That's enough. The next, after that, we need to typecasting here. Generally, every day we are typecasting to test bin, right? According to previous classes, we are typecasting to our classes test bin. But in this AOP, master should we need to typecasting what? Test enter only. We need to typecasting to the interface type. Test enter TA is equal to test enter of O. Then TA dot m1. Then TA dot m2. Then close the method, close the class. Whenever you are calling like this, then m1 method. Right? So now first m1 method is trying to execute. Before executing this method, before method is going to be executed, that means the service is going to be executed. After that, business logic is going to be executed. Then next, finally, after returning is going to be executed. Like this, these services are going to be including at runtime. If you are taking the here id1, no, services are not included. Only business methods are going to be executed. Right? Now we will see this example practically. Now opening the Eclipse. Click on File menu, New, Java project, Spring AOP. Now first add the jar files. Right click on project, build path, configure build path, add external jars, Spring and commons. Okay. Now we can develop first services. Right click on this project, new, class, welcome advice, welcome advice. Now first we need to develop here, import org dot spring framework dot AOP. The next import org dot spring framework dot so otherwise here directly we can take import java dot lang dot reflect star package. The next here implements method before advice, the next after that public void before under that we have to take method m the next object array args, the next object target throws exception, the next then system.out.println I am the method before advice, if you want to see that method name plus m dot get name, that's enough. This is the way to develop the one service. The next we can develop what? After returning advice, that means goodbye advice we can develop. The next import org dot spring framework dot AOP, the next import java dot lang dot reflect, the next implements after returning advice, the next public void after returning. Now we can take here method m, the next object org. The next object target before we have to take object return value. Throws exception. So control space I am the after returning advice. That's enough. Now we can take Spring configuration file. You can take Spring configuration file. Take the DTD. Now right click on SRC, new, others, XML, spconfig .xml. Now we can take here bean id is equal to id1. The next class equal to test bean. The next bean id is equal to id2. Class equal to welcome advice. The next bean id is equal to id3. Class equal to goodbye advice. The next bean id is equal to id4. Class equal to org.spring. Framework dot AOP dot framework dot proxy factory bin, proxy factory bin, right, proxy factory bin. The next property name is equal to proxy interfaces, proxy interfaces. Under that, value close the value, then close the property. The next property name equal to interceptor, interceptor names. Under that, we have to take list. Under that, value id 2, close the value. The next value id 3, close the value. The next, close the list, close the property. The next, close the bin. The next, one more property is there. Property name is equal to target, the next, ref local is equal to id 1, then close the property, close the bin, close the bins. Now we can develop interface and implemented class. So now here test inter, under that public void m1, void m2. That's enough. Then we can develop the implemented class. Right click, test bin, so implements test enter. The next, public void m1. The next, sysO control space I am the m1 business method. The next, public Then next, after that, we need to develop the client application here. Right click, src, new class client. Let be enough ID1 I am passing. What is happening we will see. Then next, after that, test enter. Test enter ti is equal to test enter of o. The next, ti dot m1. The next, ti dot m2 over. Now we'll see. Right click, run as Java application. We are getting invalid property exception attack. Somewhere else some problem is there. Invalid property exception. Invalid property proxy interfaces. Proxy interfaces, FACES. Proxy interfaces Spring configuration file. We have to take here small f, then right click, run as. One more. What is that? Method invocation exception, proxy interfaces. Not interfaces. Right click, run as Java application. You are getting. I am the M1 business method, I am the M2 business method. What about the services? Services is not executed, right? Why? Because here we are passing ID 1. If you are passing ID 1, doesn't execute it. Then if you are passing ID 4, then we are getting what? Services also. See, here we are getting the services as well as business methods. This is what? Service. This is the business method. This is the service. This is the service. This is the business method. This is the service. Like this, we can getting the services as well as business methods at runtime, right? This is the way to integrate both services as well as business methods at runtime. In this approach, there is one small drawback that we will see the drawback and how to implementing that drawback we will see tomorrow session, right? Thank you.